Hi guys, it's Kerry and today I'm going to be filming my everyday makeup routine as promised. A lot of things have changed. I now wear foundation on an everyday basis. I'm using primers, I'm using different products to what I used to. I think pretty much everything is different. So yeah, if you want to see exactly what it is I'm about to throw on my face, then keep watching. So the first thing that I always start with is some kind of lip balm, just because my lips get so dry, and if I put a lipstick on at the end of my makeup routine without lip balm on, then it's just not good. So the thing I'm going to be using today is a lip butter. You can get these in loads of different brands. I don't necessarily stick to a certain brand, I'm just using this one that I got out of a little gift set. So yeah, chuck that onto my lips, and now they're soft enough for me to do my lipstick at the end, which is amazing, isn't it? As you've heard me say, I am now using primer, and I'm actually using 3 different ones. But one isn't necessarily a primer, the other one is really high end, so it's something for temporary, and the other one I've actually been really been enjoying using. So the first one is So the first primer I'm going to be using is the Mask. What's it called? Hydra Veil Rehydrating Gel. I use this on my eyes and my nose just because that's where I get the driest patches, and it's actually been really helpful at smoothing them out. So I really don't use a lot of this. This is the mini, and I know that the mini one is £10 on its own. So just put a tiny bit around my eyes. On my nose. The next primer I'm going to use is from Primark. It's the Prep and Perfecting and Moisturising Primer, and it is £3. But this just helps to not only prime my skin ready for foundation, it also helps to add that extra bit of moisture into my skin, because I have really dry skin, and I've found that this helps with it. I'll just put this all over my face. And then the last primer that I use is the Body Shop Tea Tree Pore Minimizer. The only reason why I'm showing this at the moment is because I've got loads left in it. I'm only using this until it runs out, simply because I think it's discontinued, which is a shame because I do actually like this for my problem areas, and that's exactly where I put it. I've got a few problem areas today. So yeah. If I'm looking down at all, my mirror's literally right above the camera. There we go. Some tea tree on all of that. Next, we're moving on to foundation. And the foundation I have been using recently is Revlon Colour Stay for normal to dry skin. I have been loving this. This is like my all-time favourite. I only started using this because Soph from Soph Does Life uses it, and her base always looked perfect, but she has oily skin, so I was a little bit like iffy of what the dry one was going to turn out like, and honestly I'm in love. So the shade I have is 110 Ivory, and this is my perfect match, to be honest. And I went into Boots, or was it Superdrug? I think it was Superdrug the other week after I bought this, and this is £12.99 in Superdrug. But I got this off Amazon for £5 something. I will leave all the prices like linked up somewhere, and then yeah, simply because I can't remember them off the top of my head. But it's what I'm using for my foundation. And the sponge that I'm using is from a brand called Bestow. I'll show you in a minute because I have the brushes as well. I think I'm going to end up using this camera as my mirror. I found that applying it like this, pumping it onto my hand and then pumping it and then applying it to my face distributes it a lot better. Because then I don't end up looking like a right clown at the end. And I only use 3 pumps of this. As you can tell, it's not full coverage, but it's perfect for an everyday look, simply because I find that with all the full coverage foundations I've used, that they are super like heavy on the skin. So obviously when I'm using them, I don't like them because of that. Whereas this is so light on the skin that when I'm doing my day-to-day activities, I forget that it's there. And it's worse now that I've got a mask. So, I don't know whether I've mentioned this product before. If I have, then it hasn't changed. But the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade Porcelain 2. It is too light for me, but when this runs out, I'm going to be getting the next shade up. So yeah, and I literally just put this under my eyes and on my chin because I don't need it anywhere else. I don't like being too full coverage, so. Just like that. I like it because it brightens my under eyes, but I think what I'm going to do in future is get the next one up simply because it is way too light for me. I do like the formulation of this concealer though. It is really nice. You'll find I'll be talking more in this video simply because it's just me doing my makeup and I'm not doing my hair as well as my skincare and all of that jazz. Make sure I'm fully blended. And there we go. Looking like a ghost right now, but we know that's okay. So, for powder, I am going to be using, which hasn't actually changed at all, to be honest, my Body Shop blusher brush. Yeah, these are still here. And the powder I am using, it's happened to me as well, is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Transparent. I'm loving this powder at the moment because it's not too dry and it's not actually, it actually sets my makeup how I want it to. So it's not leaving it too oily, but it sets it at the same time. You really don't need a lot of this either. I normally put more where the concealer was just because it's built up, but if I have no concealer on, I'll just wing it around. Just make sure that my lays are set. And I do this, and anywhere that isn't set, I set. I think I've got everything now. There we go. So that's my base makeup. So we are going to be moving on to bronzer, blush and highlight. I say bronzer because I can't contour to save my life. So I'm not going to be contouring, but I am going to be bronzering using the Technic Colour Fix 2 foundation contour palette. And it looks like this. And when I do try to contour, I use that shade or that shade. But for bronzer, I use these two shades. So I just mixed them together. I do have a tendency to put too much bronzer on sometimes. But I like how easy it is to blend this. My forehead always seems to be the hardest to bronze up just because it tends to be a little bit of a move. Make sure that's blended. I don't think this side's blended properly. I'm going to go ahead and get my powder brush and I'm going to blend with that. That gives me no look. Then I'm going to pat it down with my sponge. If you hear anything in the background, it's just started raining and you can hear the rain really bad in a caravan, so I am so sorry about that. If I'd have known it was going to rain today, I'd have held off the video, but I'm already here now, so I may as well just carry on. Something that I have just been getting into is Glossy Box, and I have had their October subscription box, which was the Enchanted Spirit one. There's two, and I think there's a darker purple one, and I don't know what it's called, but I got this one, and the primer come in it, my lipstick come in it. I have not tried this lipstick yet, but it is my perfect colour. I love either pink or red lips, so I know I'm going to like it as long as it's good. My blusher come in it. Trying to think of what else come in it. Oh, an eyeliner come in it, which I'm going to be using soon. And some like bath foaming stuff. But I think they put the wrong one in because on the leaflet that it says that it's rose scented, but the one that I've got is lavender scented. And I don't like lavender scented things, so I might be giving that to someone in my family simply because I really don't like lavender scented things. I did my nails and smudged them all, but if you want to know what nail polish I used, it's the Attitude one. So the brush I've been using for this is the same one that I use for blush. It used to be my highlighter brush, but it's my blush brush now. And I use the pinky shade more. I've not actually tried the other shade yet, but I do use the pinky shade. And I do like this blush just because it's easy to build up. It's not way over pigmented. Plus it gives a shine, which is what I love. I just put that on the apples of my cheek and then blend it up. Just simply because I like that. That's where I like the blush. I don't actually use blush for the purpose of blush. I just use it to add some colour into my face. And so that's what that has done. Perfect. I forgot to conceal some spots, but I ain't bothered. We're all spotty humans at times. Classic Me Revolution palette that is discontinued, but I cannot stop using it, so I'm going to mention it. So I have seen it floating around places, so as I said, mentioning brushes. These are the Best Hope brushes. Let's find a different one with the name on better. Them. And they are from on Amazon. I think I got the set of 4 sponges. I got a blue, pink, orange and purple one with all of the brushes that I'm probably going to use today for £11 something. Like I said, I'm going to put prices somewhere. But now's the tricky decision. I always switch up the colour of my highlight. But I'm looking and I'm going to go for this one because it's a pinky highlight and it seems to be reflecting the most. So I do this. I've been loving this little fan brush recently. I just put my highlighter in a C shape. Like that. Can't see it. On the tip of my nose, my forehead and my chin, I'm going to be using this one. Just a generous amount. Oh, beautiful. I might change the one on the tip of my nose, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to use this one right here, just because I like my nose to be shiny. Oh, look at that though! I'll put that on my cupid bow. Yeah. Just put that on my chin. There we go, I'm all highlighted, and next is on to the brows. Me and my brows have a love-hate relationship, and recently my brows have decided they hate me. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what this turned into. Again, I use 3 products, simply because my eyebrows are that flimming stupid. So, I use the Technic Ultimate Brow Kit. You know this, I've mentioned it before. The Essence Eyebrow Designer in the shade number 2 brown. It is a little warm for me, but I only use this to like carve out some places and shape it, make it look like an actual eyebrow and not like a mess. And then I use the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara plus filling fibres. It's pretty much a dupe of the Gimme Brow, and I know Steph Toms likes this stuff, so when she tried it I was like, I've got to try that because I've never tried a gel in my life that works, and I really like it. It's a little bit messy simply because my eyebrow hairs are so long, but I've got to try and keep my eyebrow hairs as long as possible, simply because if I do the level 2 course then I'm going to be waxed and it's all going to be sorted, so yeah. So yeah, these are the 3 products I use. I'm going to do these really quick, simply because I don't want to talk whilst doing my eyebrows, and then I will be back. Hey. Fuck, man. You will notice that my brows are actually quite bold, but that's because if I don't, then it looks like my eyebrows literally are invisible. I'd rather have some eyebrows than none. So yeah, next we're onto the eyes. I don't normally do a lot for eyeshadow, if I'm going to be truly honest. The most I'll do on an everyday basis, and I say that because I don't do this every day, is I do a random look. But the thing I will do every single day is put some kind of shimmer on my eyelid. And at the moment, I'm tied between Soph's palette and the Body Shop palette, which I've mentioned before. And I get tied between the gold in the Body Shop palette. I'm going to have to link the shades that I'm on about, or the red, like the burgundy colour in the Soph palette, or the one next to it. So yeah, yesterday I decided to try and use a purple, and that was a right mess. So yeah, I'm not doing that again. But I think what I'm going to do today is go for the orangey one, simply because it is amazing. I literally just place it on my lid just because I'm not going anywhere. So that was the Body Shop eyeshadow brush. Literally all it says. I'm going to go in with the Best Oak brush. I'm going to link which brushes are which down below as well. Well, somewhere. And there we go, we have a bit of eyeshadow. We cannot miss out Mr. Inner Corner here, and I am using the shade from Soph's palette, which I will be linking because I absolutely love this shade for Inner Corner highlight. So yeah. Look at that! I think I may have even done it too bright. If I want to add some colour to my lower lash line, I will grab this brush here, and then whatever colour I've added on my lid, I'll use a similar shade on the lower lash line. So I'm going to be using not a lot, just a little. This also just helps me to use my matte shades as well. As you can see, my eye makeup is pretty much done, just need to add mascara, which changes up frequently. They are both from Essence, but it depends on what kind of look I've done. If I've done more eyeshadow, like putting matte in my crease and stuff like that, I will use the Essence I Heart Extreme Volume Waterproof Mascara. If it's just normal everyday look, I will use the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. And I got some eyelash curlers. My eyelashes are actually quite flat, but since I've been using eyelash curlers, I have been loving my lashes recently. This is a really wet formula as well, so if you are going to purchase this, then I will warn you. But once you've done it and you get rid of the mistakes, it does not transfer or anything. It might transfer if you sweat because it's not waterproof or anything like that. I cried yesterday and it was all down here, but that's simply because it's not waterproof. Most mascaras will do that. So yeah, I'm going to grab my little mirror and I'm going to curl my eyelashes and shove my mascara on. I don't like doing this. And there's my mascara. I'm going to wait until that dries, so I'm going to go my lips and then I'm going to do that. Right. My lipstick changes all the goddamn time. My new favourite lipstick for red lips is the Body Collection England Lip Crush Liquid Lipstick in the shade Red Apple. And I love this. I tried it yesterday and it was perfect, but it will not go with this look. Because I've gone for like an orange up top, I'm going to go with a more natural look. I also like one of Chanel's lipstick. I will probably leave that linked below as well because I do really like that one. But I got given that, so once that runs out, and I am not going to be purchasing it again just because I cannot afford. And then something else that come into my glossy box is the Luna by Luna lipstick in the shade Pixie. I opened this, saw that, and I was like, that is perfect for an everyday look, especially in the summer. So I'm going to be trying that out today. And I do recommend you getting glossy box, so yeah. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Perfect colour. Sorry, Cameron. But this is not coming off at all today because I absolutely love this. And so, yeah, we have reached the end of the video. And I actually thought this was going to be a bit longer to film, but it's obviously not. I'll just check if that's dry. No. I'll wipe that off in a minute. I have this here. I'm just going to tonight. Oh, perfect. So as you can see, I am complete with my makeup, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Oh, for God's sake, that always happens. It never wants to seem to sink into my nose. So yeah, that is this look done. As you can tell, it is very glowy, it is very bronzy, it is very pink, but I love this for every day. My eyebrows will go on every day simply because I cannot leave the house without them. I will always have something on my eyes, and I will always have something on my lips if my boyfriend let me. Oh, you know the struggle, girls. But this is the finished look. And I'm actually pretty happy with it. It went a lot better than I thought. Because with the eyeshadow, it does tend to mess up a lot on an everyday basis. So I expected it to mess up today. And it didn't. So I'm so happy about that. If you want to know anything, comment below and I will answer you. So, yeah. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean the world to me. And the fact that I went 3 days from my last video, I checked on Tuesday, I'd already got 4 views then, and then on Friday, which was yesterday, I looked at my phone and I had 16 views in 3 days, and I've never done that before. So I am so happy and I'm so grateful for everything. If you could please subscribe, that would mean the world to me. Again, when I first started this channel, my goal was to get to 25 subscribers by Christmas, and I'm nearly there because I'm on 20 subscribers the last time I checked. If it's changed, I will leave a number up below what it is now, but I am so grateful and my dreams are coming true, and I hope that you all have a wicked half term. I will see you in next week's video. Bye!